Hello there and welcome to Storytime here on Heidi Streetwise. The first story I am going to be telling you is of my first time getting wasted at university. Now bear with me. So I was 19 years old in the September of 2013 and I found myself in halls of residence during the early access. What Bath Spa and I think quite a few other universities do is that they allow people who are disabled or mentally ill or both to move onto campus the week leading up to the move-in weekend, so you can be more settled in and more chilled and more relaxed and you're not dealing with the craziness of move-in weekend. So I did that. There were a few people in my block at the time. There was me, my next door neighbour Sarah, and I'm going to call him F for the sake of this story. So it was the three of us in this block, and the day before I had obviously moved up with just a few bits and bobs. My fiance and his parents were going to bring my stuff up in the car the next day. And then we were going to go to the pub for a meal afterwards before then saying goodbye to me and leaving me to my own devices. As a result, I didn't really eat that day because I didn't want to eat too much and then not be able to eat food at the pub, which they would probably end up paying for, so I didn't want to feel guilty in that sense. That was my first mistake. The second mistake was agreeing to play Drink Cheat, which is a drinking game version of the classic card game Cheat, where you have to drink if you falsely accuse someone of cheating or if you're caught cheating. So Sarah, F and I were sat in the kitchen, we were bored, and the only liquor we had to hand was Gordon's gin, just a bottle of it that Sarah had brought with her. We had the card game and we sat there and we just played for a good couple of hours, and it was something like 10 shots of gin in my stomach later that I realised that my fiance and his family had showed up. I don't know how I managed this, but I somehow managed to get all my stuff out of the car and into my room whilst steaming drunk. I was carrying heavy things and I somehow managed to keep up a facade of being very, very sober. So we did all that, and so we were going to get in the car and go down to the pub at the bottom of the drive. This is where it really hit the fan. I got in the car and I opened the window and I was sort of breathing. I stuck my head out the window like a dog and I was sort of breathing in through the nose, deep breaths. But I felt so ill. And we got to the pub, opened the door, and I fall out of the car. Literally legs and arms flailing everywhere. I was a mess. I somehow managed to get back up on my feet, and my fiance's parents were like, no, we're taking you back. So they bundle me straight back in the car again, drive the 10 or so minutes back to the campus, pull me up the stairs. I was on the top floor, which didn't help matters either. Let me sort of do the whole throwing up routine and then tucked me into bed and left me. So the next morning I woke up with just feeling rather tired. I didn't actually start to get hangovers until quite recently. And I remembered every single thing that had happened. I found Sarah in the kitchen in the morning drinking a coffee and looking very, very traumatised. And it's safe to say that I've not touched straight gin since, and looking at a bottle of Gordon's gin gives me the shudders. So the moral of the story is, kids, please eat food before you play drinking games, especially if your in-laws are going to show up. Yeah. And that is the end of the story. So if you've liked what you've just seen and you would like to have more story times with Heidi, please like, comment and subscribe. And follow me on social medias. I now have a shiny new Facebook page, as well as my usual Tumblr, Instagram and Twitter. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.